Imagine being painted out to be crazy, bipolar, unstable, mentally not well, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. Imagine interacting with someone who you trust, who you once felt confident that you could share your personal thoughts with, be very vulnerable with, be extra sensitive with, just be yourself around. And that same person is smiling in your fucking face and making you out to be crazy behind your back, like talking to people, having people believe. Sorry, baby boy came in. Anyways, making people believe that you are unstable. And the people that they are making believe that are hella close to you, like family, friends, church members, people that like you also believe has your best interest at heart, who knows you very well, who you could be vulnerable with, who you can be sensitive with. Just imagine this whole thing is taking place behind your fucking back. Now imagine that the same person who is making themselves out to be a trustworthy person to you and also smearing your name behind your back is sorry, ADHD. I had to figure out where I was going with that. My bad. Imagine that the same person is also doing some shitty things to you. And while you are very much aware of their manipulative behavior, the people that they are going to and telling your business to and flipping the narrative about things to and twisting your character to is sitting here emotionally abusing you and draining you and doing all these negative things to you. But these people who they have spoken to, your family, your friends, your church members, all these people that they have communicated with about your instability, um, could never see them in that light, because when they interact with this person, he or she is charming, loving, seems like a good person, a good guy, a good girl. They can't imagine this person being this way to you. Only you get to experience this person under this light. So they honestly, if you go to them, they can't see it. But you know what they can see? They can see because usually when this happens, the person who this deceptive person has spun a narrative on, that person is usually very authentic, very empathetic, very in their feels. They're not scared to show their emotions. They're not scared to say when they're upset. They're not scared to speak out loud about shit. So because this is an abnormal trait amongst humanity, authenticity, people sharing and vocalizing how they feel, what they think, and just being real as fuck. Because this person is this way, the people look at this person and they say, well, they do seem combative. They do seem argumentative. They do seem a little unstable because this person has the ability to cry. This person has the ability to shut shit down. When we're supposed to be having good family moments, this person can see unjust shit and speak out about it and ruin the time. They don't care. It makes other people uncomfortable. It makes your family, your friends uncomfortable. So they are more than willing to accept this spun narrative by said person. They are extra willing. And so just imagine that you are having a hard time with this person that you think that you trust, that you think that, and I know it sounds crazy that you trust this person and they're also manipulative, but let me tell you, abusers have a way, okay? They have a way of making you feel like they are a trustworthy person. They just have some things they need to work on. And they are being manipulative, but they are just healing from childhood trauma and they're trying to do better. And they just need your help seeing their toxic ways. And they also come across as accountable sometimes, where they will acknowledge that, yes, okay, I hear you. I see what you're saying there. I'll try to do better. Or they'll really be good at gaslighting you and they'll do some really fucked up shit and act completely oblivious. Excuse me. And if you're not healed, if you're not somebody who can see that shit and discern accordingly, And that's even hard to say, because even when you're not healed, you still have a level of discernment and you know this shit's not right. And you honestly can't understand the thought process. How you can say you love me, but you did X, Y, and Z. You can't understand that shit. But there's just a level of you that wants to hope that this person is not that shitty of a person. You just can't, it's a cognitive dissonance. You just can't imagine somebody being that fucked up in their fucking head. So what you do is you rationalize it and you gaslight yourself. Right? And so this person that you feel like you have a close bond to, that you share intimate moments with, you are literally believing that this person might have your best interest at heart, that they do really love you. They just have things that they got to work on. So you're going through the cycle, right? You haven't reached a point of self-love to where you can like navigate through that shit and cut that shit off and set some healthy boundaries and be like, nah, you figure that out on your own, because while you're saying that that's not your intention, you still did X, Y, and Z and it's fucked up, and holding people accountable. Like, you're just not there yet, right? So you are in a space of really believing this person. You're really believing in this person. You're really feeling like this person is just somebody you love, somebody you trust, somebody you're open with, somebody you're vulnerable with. And at the same time, they are shitting on your name behind you and you don't know it. And the people that they're doing it to is close to you, and they're not saying shit because the narrative fits how they actually feel about you too. So they're not coming to you and being like, so and so is saying this and this about you. They are actually hearing this person out and they're observing you. And they're trying to see if what this person said is true or not, because they want it to be true. They do. They want it to fit their narrative so bad. And they're just not saying anything. They're gathering their own conclusions and they're like, this person is toxic. This person is unhealthy, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, all the time you're being emotionally abused. So you're coming off emotionally unstable because your emotions are not grounded. When somebody is being abused emotionally, how that shows in outwardly is that their emotions are not grounded. They're not grounded. Period. So this person is saying this person is unstable mentally, unstable emotionally, and it's actually showing like they are, because they're being emotionally abused. Just like if somebody is being physically abused, what's that going to look like? It's going to look like physical damage. Okay. I don't know why we have a hard time with this concept. Anyway, just imagine that somebody has spun a narrative and there's a whole group of people that view you a certain way and you are not even aware. You're not even aware of what even has been said, but you feel people's energy changing with you. You see people that you're supposed to have a close relationship, close ties to, really acting different with you. And you don't understand it. And so you start trying to speak your truth out. You start trying to share outwardly what you're going through and publicly, because you feel like I don't know what's being said. I don't know what individuals are thinking. So I'm just going to stop being quiet and start sharing what's really going on in my life. But this person has already spun the narrative. So now you speaking out your truth just makes you look more crazy. Makes you look like you really are unstable. Just imagine all that real quick. And just imagine that this is what a lot of people are going through when they deal with narcissistic abuse. And this is where isolation begins. And this is why a lot of people that deal with this don't talk to their families anymore. And stay tuned, because next we're going to get on reactive abuse. Love you. Bye.